What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome back to another episode in my path to power. We are on to episode 11 after a rough game at the end of the last one. So I decided, you know what? If there was a time to switch it up, let's try the 3-5-2. A lot of you guys have wanted to see this. I've been wanting to try playing it. And so we are going to do just that. Switched the team around a little bit, and this is where I ran into problems because I was like, who do I play as my attacking mid? And I settled on Zielinski because he has the 5-star weak foot 4-star skills. And I think that allows me to do the most things. I'm going to leave my custom tactics the same. You guys have wanted to see those. Those are on the screen right here. 50 speed, 40 passing, organized in the positioning build-up, 70, 65, 55 for chance creation, and that is free form, and then I think it was 70, 75, 50 for defensive. But we've got our strikers on false 9. I'm debating on trying them on drift wide because I'd like them to maybe move a little closer to the right mid or left mid, open up some space. Outside mid, stay wide, come back and get in behind. I believe I'm going to put my DMs on cut passing lanes and stay back. I like cut passing lanes more, and it's just because I want to prevent those giant right bumper X or R1X right bumper A passes from my opponent's back line or all the way up to his strikers or attacking mid. That's really what I'm hoping to do with this formation, is suffocate those passes, cut out any sort of counter that they can do, because if they try to counter against a 3-5-2 with like a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, I should be in good shape. It's my 2 holding midfielders and 3 center backs versus 2 strikers and 1 attacking midfielder. I like those odds. Those odds are in my favor. Now, a 4-3-3 is a totally different ballgame because his left wing, right wing striker match up nicely on my 3 backs, and then he's got an attacking midfielder that if he's got him on free form, or free roam, he should be able to find some space against my 2 holding midfielders, and that could create problems. I don't like that as much, so I was a little bit bummed to see that was the squad going into this one, and he didn't change formation, so props to him on that. Right after halftime, though, we're getting things started, and it is a kickoff, and I am starting to get suspicious about the number of goals that we are managing to have scored against us and that we are scoring from kickoff. Now, here's the problem. You would only see the number of goals that I score from these situations. You wouldn't see all the times that I don't score. Actually, you could calculate that. I wonder. My spidey senses are tingling. But that's maybe a story for another day. 72nd minute, and I'm just slowly working things forward right here and trying not to do it, well, not slowly anymore. We're on the counter attack and we're flying forward, and it's not a great pass. I try for some sort of back heel, and I just kick it into João Mario's legs. And João Mario actually really quite like as a player in real life. I think he's kind of one of those underappreciated guys, and I think he's an underappreciated sort of player for Portugal as well. I don't know. I just dig watching the guy play. There's something about him. So I wanted to get him into this team. I think what he offers defensively with his stats is totally fine for an outside mid in a 3-5-2, because he can actually come back and do a job defensively and match up maybe and help out, and that's always nice. And 76 minutes straight away off kickoff. Just a wondrous, thunderous strike from Deco, and look at the curve on this. It's a thing of beauty. It really is. Watching some of these camera angles, I don't love that dive from Neuer, and I thought to myself, I was like, okay, maybe David De Gea. But 88th minute, should be in total control here, and this is where, like, that's just a major mistake for me, and I wanted to show you guys that because one, I absolutely make mistakes too. 2, those mistakes absolutely cost me points. But 3, it's just, for me, I chalk that up to switching formations, because my familiarity when someone high presses me with a formation that I'm not super familiar with just got showcased and found out right there super, super hard. Like, that pass is not a good one, and it's because I kind of panicked and was like, I think my left mid should be checking back to me right here. I'll play it to him, and it was not happening. And it cost me 2 points, but luckily we made it out of the group stage. That was the final one. So 1-1-1 out of the group. Not looking good. Not feeling good about that. And I went straight away back to the 4-1-4-1 because of that mistake. I was like, Japes, that's terrible. Why did you do that? C'est la vie, right? C'est la vie. Getting things started, 4th minute. Absolute banger. Another one. Yeah, I just, it's one of those days of FIFA where you're like, come on, man. Save something. Neuer, you might be on your way out here. I probably could use Neuer or De Gea for that icon SBC, so maybe we'll see. A lot of you guys had some great ideas on what to do for the icon SBC. Like, Japes, don't do it unless you win the World Cup. And I was like, I dig that. That's not a bad idea. It's a nice little reward for winning. So we'll probably do 1 or 2. And then we'll just chill out and see where that leaves us. Because actually, I'll be totally honest. I did a bunch of them on my main account, and I'm not even sure how much I like playing with the icons. Like, it just takes something away from me. I guess I should care, or I shouldn't care what other people do. But for me, it just isn't as fun as playing with players that I'm going to get to watch play in the World Cup. Like, I'm less hyped about it. It makes FIFA feel like I'm going back to Weekend League or something like that. And I don't want it to feel that way for the World Cup. So we might reserve icons for, barring Lineker, because he's kind of been there from the start and he's been pretty crucial for us. But we might, once we get the team built out a little more, we might just reserve them for super subs and use players that we're going to watch star in the World Cup. I think for me, at least, it's more fun because this game mode is about fun and it's about enjoying the World Cup more for me. And that's why we're doing this thing. Hopefully we can all enjoy it together. Maybe sing Kumbaya. I'm kidding. We're not going to be. There's going to be no singing of Kumbaya, but it's a nice goal there from Lineker. Nicely worked. Buries it with his weaker left foot, although it is still 4 stars, and he does have a very high finishing stat. So a 4-star weak foot in that situation is good enough. But straight away off kickoff, as you like, he gets forward here and block it. Feeling good about that. Not feeling good about that. Second effort. Smashes it, absolute thunderbolt on the half volley from James Rodriguez, and then he dabs on me. He dabbed on me. 55th minute, unlucky from Zielinski, and I thought, we're going to take Zielinski out. Get Paulinho on, get those Brazilian substitutes on that we need, and I just don't take many corners into the box. I think I just feel better about my ability to work a chance passing it around the box, and I don't feel good about the seeming randomness at times to which I'll just get countered if my corner's not perfect. So I tend to not throw them into the box unless I have a player like Ronaldo, who I'm confident is going to go up and win the header more often than he is not. You can see how this guy defends. Just look at how, for the most part, how disciplined he is. And I'm perfectly happy to pass it around the box if you're going to defend like this. But you can see he's not a bad player. And he's 2-2. And he just all of a sudden breaks down. And that's what we're looking for. That's why we're passing around. You get a little bit tired chasing the ball a little bit, and you make a mental error, defensive error, and it gives me a gap to go up 3-2. It's great news. 61st minute. And that gave me the confidence to kind of start doing some stuff, we'll call it. And it also, I don't know if it so much gave me the confidence as it just changed the game. Look at how he's defending now. Watch his player switching. He switches and sprints practically straight at the ball and goes for a tackle. And that's not good defending. You're going to get beaten and in trouble a lot doing that. And that makes it an easy 4-2 in the 69th minute. Give me some of that dirty talk. And that is where we want to be in the round of 16, in the knockout stages here. Things are looking good, and I'm starting to get a little bit of confidence back after the last few matches. But it really was just a breakdown, and this guy is not used to chasing games, and when he's chasing games, he just lost all composure defensively. And you can see he's just trying to win it back as quick as possible, and he's not a bad player. It just is what happens sometimes when you get behind, and I'm guilty of this. Like, it's quicksand, right? Or it's like quicksand. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen the movie The Replacements, but they talk about this concept in sports called quicksand. And it's where one thing goes wrong and you struggle even harder, and then something else goes wrong and you struggle more, and the next thing you know, you're like completely covered in quicksand. And what that looks like, being suffocated and dying, in Quicksand is having your opponent's goalkeeper score on you. Manuel Neuer, take a bow. Runs it all the way through. Don't mind if I do. Neuer doing Neuer things, saying, I would actually like to stay as your starting goalkeeper. Don't mind if I do. And I was like, okay, man, well, that was fun. You can stay. And that is going to be, I think, 6-2. So Quicksand for him. We managed to keep composed after the goals that he scored on us. So that is a good result. And we're going to pick up some coins here, which is nice. Now, mind you, I didn't go open my packs at the end of the last one. So we're on to the quarterfinals here, but I was like, oh, I should have a bunch of packs to open. I have 3 of them, which is great. So we have the World Cup Premier Pack. Ever hopeful. 3 boards. Awesome. Andres Iniesta. I was pretty excited about this because I was like, I think he could be a really fun player to use. I will talk about him more in the future because I was digging using Toni Kroos and some slower players. Fazio Kagawa, I guess we don't have to do that Japan SBC, and a duplicate Christensen. So not amazing. Well, actually, it's amazing. We'll take an 87 rated player every time, especially considering what those SBCs might do for us in the future. Although I'd rather start with Iniesta and bring an icon off the bench. Decisions are hard. Anyways, guys, that is where we're going to come to a close. I want to say thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, a like or thumbs up is greatly appreciated. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.